Okay, yeah, I must be crazy. My challenge is one video a day for the next 30 days. No excuses and no script. Let's do this. All right, everyone, welcome back. Day 2 of day 30, and we're about to get into it. We're going to learn a little bit about ChatGPT today, more specifically the API interface and what it can do for us. So let's go. Okay, so what everyone uses is what you see on the screen here, and this is ChatGPT. This is your standard dashboard here, where you type in your message. You can attach a file to it as well. You can create an image, summarize text, surprise me, analyze data, and more and more. You can see on the side here, it's got your chat history completions, and then it's got an area that you can pull up some assistance, and we'll go over that in a little bit here. And I just want to review the price of ChatGPT on a monthly basis. If you're getting the Plus for ChatGPT, you're looking at $20 USD per month. And then what does that give you access to? So that gives you access, everything is free, early access to new features, access to OpenAI Preview and OpenAI Mini, access to GPT 4o, up to 5 times more messages, access to a whole bunch of different functions and advanced video modes. So that's great. $20 a month, you get access to a lot. But you'll see why there is another option here. So I just wanted to jump over to the OpenAI pricing here and give you a little bit of a peek as to what the prices are we're talking about here. So the model that we're going to use today is GPT 4o, and the pricing for that is $2.50 for 1 million input tokens. Just think about that. And $1.25 for 1 million cached input tokens, and then $10 for 1 million output tokens. There's also another category that says pricing with batch API, $1.25 for 1 million input tokens, or $5 for 1 million output tokens. And these are all in the millions, keep in mind. So I'm going to switch this to show prices per 1K tokens. And then you can see really what the pricing is for what you're being charged for if you're using the latest model. And as you go down and you use older models or not the latest model, they're significantly cheaper for you at times. But today we're going to use this, and I'm not going to go through the math. I'm just going to show you it. You can go and explore yourself. You can see if it works for you, if it's a better deal going with the working with the API and the dashboard than it is working on a monthly basis. But I'm just going to show you that here, so you have a different idea on what we're kind of what we're talking about there. We're going to jump over right away to the API dashboard here, and I wanted to show you a couple things on this one. And that's what we're going to be using today. You see that it does have chat completions there. So just like the previous ChatGPT, you can check what completions were done. You can also go over to your assistants here, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what this does. That's where it's going to get pretty exciting. Your batches, right? If you have any of those batch priced API polls that we were talking about, evaluation, fine tuning, storage, and then your API keys. And I kind of want to just click on the API keys quickly here. This is how you get a lot of stuff done and how you work in the API environment. So when you sign up for the OpenAI API environment dashboard and so on, you're going to create an API key, and that's going to allow you to do a lot of things in a lot of different platforms. So anytime that I'm working in make.com, for example, and I open up a ChatGPT module and for ChatGPT completion or any of the other modules, I need to insert my API in there so that it has a key, if you will, to get into the OpenAI world and to be able to work with the data that's in there and utilize its tools, so it knows that you're already paying for it, and you're going to be charged per token for that type of work. So as you can see right here, we created one. You're going to get a secret key, and that's what you're going to use to kind of paste into any of the modules or any of the other programs that ask for that to work with that. But we're going to go back over to assistants here, and this is really kind of what I wanted to show you today. We can build different assistants for different things. So as I said before in past videos, I've said you can build an assistant for an accountant. You can build an assistant for a health coach. You can build an assistant for a health and safety advisor, for example. But we're going to go over here and we're going to actually push the create button. And I want to show you what comes up. So you're looking at user-friendly name and system instructions. So you can name the assistant whatever you want it to be named. And then you can also give it system instructions. So, hey, you are a helpful assistant, you are an accountant, and so on and so on, and you can create one. But today we're gonna, today I already created one for you, and it's the OpenAI Video Assistant, and the system instructions were as a friendly host for people watching a video and learning more about the OpenAI API dashboard or playground, and that's the one we're gonna use today. So let's jump over into the actual playground here, and I wanted to show you what that looks like. So when you initially open it up, you're going to be in a chat window, which is very similar to what you have on your ChatGPT dashboard when you open it up. On the top here, you can give it some system instructions, just like we did it previously, to let it know what you want it to be or what you want it to do. And then we have the user message on here, so you can type in the user message with whatever you want to ask it. Again, it has the same functionality that the other way has. You have the ability to attach a file or to attach pictures for it to look at, and so on and so on. And then you can run your request over here. On the right-hand side column, you have what model you want it to use. So, right, we took a look to see what the pricing was for ChatGPT 4.0. You saw it there, but there are cheaper models that you can use. But for this purpose, we're going to use the ChatGPT 4.0. You can go down, you can scroll, you can use 3.5 Turbo, you can use different models. I just happen to always go with the GPT 4.0 because it's the latest and greatest, and yeah, it's just really fun to use. Going down here a little further, we won't worry about functions too much, but I will want to talk about the model configuration. The temperature is set at 1 right now, and if you've never really played with temperature, it means that it controls the randomness of your ask. Lowering the results in less random completions. As the temperature approaches 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. If you increase the temperature, it's going to get a little more creative. And then the maximum number of tokens to generate share between the prompt completion. The exact limit varies by model. So 1 token is roughly 4 characters for standard English text. So if you really want to watch out how much money you're spending and you don't want to use that many tokens, then you can kind of play with this and increase it or decrease it as needed. All right, so let's jump over to here. The other, on the left-hand column here, the other choice that you have is you have real time, which is kind of neat. What this is basically a conversation with ChatGPT. So you can, again, you can give it a system instruction. So you could say, hey, I want you to be a comedian. You're a comedian tonight. You can type that in, and that's what it'll be for you. You have a voice here. You can select different voices for different people that you want it to be. Some male voices, some female voices, younger, older, whatever you want it to be, whatever floats your boat for that particular project that you're working on. Yeah, and that's what you can do on the right-hand side here for our purposes. That's what I'm going to show you tonight. And then you can start a session. So you could bring it up and they will say hello, and you could say hello back. It'll be the voice that you selected. You can say, please tell me a joke, and it will tell you a joke. And everything's done through voice. You don't have to type anything in. It's done back and forth until you're ready, and you don't want to be dealing with that anymore. We're going to jump over the assistants because we're going to come back to it in the video, and we'll explain a little bit more as far as what that's all about. This is the text-to-speech playground. So basically, you can type your message in there. You can select the voice that you want and the format that you want, and it'll speak it back to you. So it's kind of neat to generate files if you're wanting to do a text-to-speech type of scenario. So we're going to go back to the assistants here, and we're going to play with this a little bit. So like I said, this is going to be your OpenAI Video Assistant. If you've built multiple assistants and you kind of want to change them, you can go up here and you can select what assistant you want. You know, we have a cover letter writer here, we have a safety guy here, but for this one, we're going to do the OpenAI Video. And the system instruction here is act as a friendly host for people watching a video and learning more about the OpenAI dashboard or playground. So let's just see what happens when we say hello. And we'll run that. Okay, great. So we have a return that says, hello there, welcome to our little gathering focused on exploring the OpenAI API dashboard and playground. Whether you're just starting your journey or looking to fine-tune your skills, you're in the right place. If there's anything specific you'd like to know or question that pops up, feel free to ask. and let's dive into the world of AI together and have some fun along the way. So quite a long response, but quite often OpenAI likes to be chatty. So that's fine. If you take a look at up here where it says 131 tokens and it says in for tokens 52 and out for 79, it means that you've fed it the information. It costs you 52. For it to feed you the information back, it costs 79. Now, I'm not going to go through the math, but you can take a look at the formulas or that price that we saw with the OpenAI. You can kind of put the math together. Really, this little thing hardly costs us anything to do, like pennies or percentages of pennies, if you will, to ask this question. But let's go a little further here. So let's say, what is the first thing people should know about OpenAI API? Let's see what it says is the first thing you should know about. Run. Okay, so we'll go through that answer. Great question. The first thing to know about the OpenAI API is that it provides access to a suite of powerful AI models designed to understand and generate human-like text. It's incredibly versatile, meaning you can use it for a wide range of tasks like drafting emails, writing stories, creating conversational agents, summarizing text, translating languages, and much more. The API is accessible via a simple REST interface, making it user-friendly for developers. Plus, with features available on the dashboard and playground, you can experiment with the model's capabilities and try out different inputs and settings before integrating them into your applications. If this sparks any specific questions, feel free to ask, and so on and so on. You can just go through and you can learn about OpenAI. I mean, you can use this for so many things. You can use this for any industry that you're in. Let's just take real estate, for example. If you're going for a real estate license, you can actually let it know which school you're going to or which course you're going through. And quite often it knows this information, and it can walk you through and it can kind of tutor you through. So you can use it as a tutor. You can use it as a writing consultant. You can use it as, I mean, there's so many things that you can use it for. It's just a really powerful tool. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go back to the dashboard here a little bit and go over to assistants again. And we'll pick the OpenAI one again. And we'll go through here. Just bear with me for 1 second here. Sometimes the menus aren't as straightforward as you think they are. Let's go over to the playground again. Let's go assistants. OpenAI, create assistant. Okay, excellent, good. Okay, so this is you can actually create an assistant right in your right in the playground here. And again, you would assign it a name, you would assign it a system instruction, and you can select the model that you want to use for that particular assistant. This is where it gets quite interesting. So this is a file search here. And what that does is the file search enables the assistant with knowledge from files that you or your user uploaded. Once a file is uploaded, the assistant automatically decides when to retrieve content based on user requests. Listen, if you're having if you have standards, or if you have an employee manual at a job that you work at, and you want to learn more about it, you can actually feed this employee manual into the assistant and upload the employee manual. So every time you asked ChatGPT about the employee manual, it would know the answer. It would just refer to your employee handbook, which is really neat. In fact, if you wanted it to help you translate into a different language, that employee handbook, if English wasn't your first language, then you can use it for that as well. It's pretty cool stuff. It's pretty powerful. I'm working on a project right now that deals a lot with that, loading in files and accessing information real time from these files. So this to me is a very powerful tool. I'm using it more and more often, and I just really want you guys to know about it to learn what you can do with this platform. If you go down here a little further, you can do a response format. So right now it's responding in text. You can ask it to respond in a JSON object or a JSON schema, for example. Those are two different things that you can use to input into any project that you're working on. If you're working on any automation modules, you can use that as well. And there you go. It's a very powerful tool, and you can, I mean, there's so many things you can use it for. Sometimes we have brainstorming sessions and we just continually think about things that you can use it for, and the list goes on. And it's just really neat to see what people are kind of using them for. Now, if you want, speaking about the monthly charge ChatGPT, as we were talking about on this side, we can go into already pre-built assistants that they have, and that's pretty neat as well. So if you're wanting to stick with the monthly pay-as-you-go, that's fine. It does have a lot of the functionality as the API, but I just wanted to show you this as well. So you can go over here to GPTs. And what this is basically is you can discover and create custom versions of ChatGPT that combine instruction, extra knowledge, and any combination of skills. And you can really find whatever you want it to help you with. So for example, the top picks here are Code Tutor, Whimsical Diagrams, help you with your resume, Universal Primer. It shows you what's trending in the community. For example, Write for Me, a logo creator, and more and more. This was created by ChatGPT. So there's Dolly here. You can ask it to create some images for you. Coloring Book Hero, you can ask it to create a custom coloring book page for you if you want, so that you can have your children have something really cool to write on with their crayons. Help you with your writing, productivity, and so on and so on. There's a lot in this list. Almost any task that you can think of, it's going to help you with. For this particular one here, let's go to the listing of featured, and let's go to let's do this. Let's go to the, I want to create a Flux image, which is an image generation tool. So we're going to go type in Flux. We're going to let it work and do its thing, and it's going to find some of the assistants that are already built. So right away, we see this is a professional realistic photo generator. That's great. Creates stunning portrait photos with professional grade lighting and natural detail. That's for Flux 1. It's an AI. 50,000 people are using this one right here. Local designer, an AI assistant that helps user create effective logo designs through creative suggestions. 100K here. Flux Prompt Pro generates precise English prompts for Flux 1 AI model. 25K. When I'm looking through this, I look at these numbers and I think, well, if there's a lot of people using it, it must be popular. So let's go into professional realistic photo generator, and let's click on that. And yeah, 3.2. So the ratings aren't too bad. It could be a little bit higher. The category is productivity, and it gives you a couple examples on what you can use it for. So create a professional headshot of a middle-aged businessman, the capabilities, the ratings, and so on and so on. So I just wanted you guys to know about the a few functionalities of the ChatGPT that are available out there. Not just your monthly $20 USD that you pay there for your dashboard, but that you can go into the API, and there's so much more that you can do through there as far as developing your own programs, having neat little assistants for your kids as far as tutors for school, something to read them a bedtime story, if you will. Health related issues, if you have any questions, if you wanted to study for an exam or study for any certification and you wanted to feed in the files for that material, it becomes really a tutor for you and will help you out. The sky's the limit. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video today. As always, there's a link in the bottom there for make.com. There's a link in the bottom there for Apify. There's a link on the bottom there for our wonderful Maker School with Nick Sarev. You should really join it if you want to become part of the automation community. So much more. Link to my website down there if you want to check me out at 10aitech.com. And day 2, gone. It's out the window. Moving on. Many more days to go, but I hope to see you on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe, like the video, leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Take care.